listening to and watching Saying What You Want podcast. Yo, you already know who it is, man. It's Baby Gas,
And Monique Meraz.
and we are back with the Saying What You Want podcast. Yeah. Last time you said Monique Meraz, aka mrs.traphours. Now you only said Monique Meraz. Like,
Sometimes I remember, sometimes I forget.
okay. I'm
I'm.
like, make up your mind. Do you want people to.
I know.
Monique Meraz, everybody.
I need to get it together.
Mrs. Traphours, whatever you want to call her.
Yeah.
What's
there
her
you go.
alias? You know what I mean? So yeah, we're back. You know, a lot of good things been happening. Um, Everybody been waiting on these episodes. We started streaming the other day.
I know that was different. You put a fucking tea bag in my mouth. I don't appreciate that.
That sound kind of freaky.
It was nasty,
Hey,
and not the good kind
I
of
know
nasty.
you like to get teabagged, so I hit you with the
What?
what?
I do not like to
Tea-
get tea bagged. What are you talking about?
What?
What are you talking about?
We let's move on to the next thing before
Yeah, let's move
before
on.
we start lying on camera now. All right, so yeah, you know, we started streaming. You know, so shout out to everybody that tuned into the stream.
Yeah, we had a lot of adjustments going on. It was our first stream. Some were like, "I only hear you in the left speaker." Like,
Yeah,
what?
yeah. I mean, you know, one thing about me is like sometimes you got to just do it because if you wait to get everything perfect, it just won't happen.
Yeah.
Right? That's how we are right here. Like there's a couple things on set right now that I feel like I want to do differently, but at this
Right.
moment, you know, it is what it is.
I want a cushion.
You want a cushion?
Yeah, my booty be sore sitting on these sometimes.
See? Okay. See? Exactly. But we not gonna stop shooting these episodes for the people because we
Right.
ain't got no cushions. You
Right.
know what I
I'm
mean?
uncomfortable, but I'm still shoot.
Yeah. So all right, that's gonna be next on our list is some cushions for Monique over here. So her ass cheeks hurt.
And my back.
That's just your age, baby. Don't worry about that. That ain't got nothing to do with the
Fucked
chair.
up.
that ain't got nothing to do with the chair. But yeah, the streaming was fun, and we're gonna get into a lot more of it. Right now, we are on Kick. Follow us on Kick at Saying What You Want.
Mhm.
We'll also be on YouTube, which we're already on YouTube, but we're gonna be streaming on our YouTube page. Thank you for all the subscribers too. Let them know to follow us, man.
Yes. Follow. We have some new content coming for the Instagram page too.
Follow, subscribe, like, all of that. Please support. It goes a long way for us. It is literally what keeps us in motion. Yeah, there's been a lot of things that we've been having going on. We've been pushing out a lot of content. We just did Porterville.
That was lit. The girls were lit.
Porterville was tight. You know, 559. Shout out to 559. We got to try the hot Cheeto balls, like the big backs we are.
Oh yeah,
But it was birria.
fire. Yeah.
So what I just found out is that the original version,
It was like mac and cheese.
yeah, they call it like boudin balls or something like that.
I'm not a big fan of mac and cheese too much. So the ones we ate, I feel like, yeah, that was
I mean,
pretty-
but we also tried another one that was like ground beef mixed with
yeah,
like
that
rice
was
or
good
something.
too. See, I think for me is like, because I really don't like macaroni and cheese like
The
that.
birria was cheating though, because that one was dangerous.
And then dipping it in the consomme. Oh my God. My mouth was like watering. While you were talking the whole time, I'm like, God, hurry up because I just want to take a bite.
Damn. But we got to do the content for people.
I
Though.
know, but it looked so good. That's how good it was, though.
You know, we in the midst of all that, you know, I just been getting a lot of DMs and a lot of questions in our DMs. You know, people are asking like, you know, we going on about a decade. You know, we're getting close to a decade of being together. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? Everybody's wondering like, you know, how do you guys do it being on the road together, doing the shows together? I think it was because we did I posted the one video, you know, where I was like doing the little meet and greet
Mhm.
in Porterville, and I had different people come up to me, and there was like a specific girl that was like, you know, she was showing love. You know,
Yeah.
I could tell she was a real supporter because when I was on stage, she was literally rapping everything word for word. But long story short, she came up after the show. A lot of people did, obviously, but
Mhm.
her interaction plus some others I posted on Instagram, and because I felt like they were genuine, right? And we ended up taking some pictures and stuff like that. And obviously, it's the famous question. How do you deal with it? How does your girl deal with that? You know what I mean? Some people even feel like I even was disrespectful to you taking pictures with the women
Really?
like that. Yeah. Like,
What?
aren't you married?
Disrespectful though?
Somebody, hey, listen,
How?
listen. Somebody even like, I think like two, three people sent me like a screenshot. If you go back to the video, they said like I took a picture and one of the girls was walking away, and they said I was looking at her ass. Everybody was like, "Damn, Gas, why you looking at it?"
But we're always looking at ass anyway,
Yeah,
though.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It goes back to the,
Damn.
you got to be more respectful to your wife. I mean, I don't know if I can. I get hella DMs.
I think that it depends on the person though. You know what your partner's boundaries are if they're jealous and what they don't like. So yeah, that's disrespectful to somebody if they're like, "Hey, like that's out of pocket, dude. You know I don't like when you do that." Then it's out of pocket, but I guess cuz they don't know us, so
Right, right. Now, let's say, even if you weren't like that yourself, do you feel like it's disrespectful even if this was somebody's career before you came in
looking
the
at what
picture?
are we talking about? Looking at ass or the picture cuz we were talking about looking at ass.
Oh, no, no, no. I was talking about the video where I was taking a picture. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
that's the main topic here. The
I
whole
actually
the
think I
whole looking at ass thing was just like a side comment that
Oh,
somebody
okay.
made in the midst of like trying to prove their point. But I was saying like just being interactive like that with fans, do you feel like it's disrespectful even if you came into my life and I was already doing this? If you weren't like cool with it, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
How do you think? Like, do you think that's disrespectful?
I don't think it's disrespectful. I mean, you're interacting with your fans. That's what you do. That's a part of the job. And if you look back at the video, it wasn't like super out of pocket. You literally were just taking a
It
nice
wasn't like
picture.
even though I said it's the Chris Brown experience.
And I would have been down for it. I think they want it.
Now my guy Crispy, double cheeked up. You feel me?
I
He be
just feel,
grabbing
but
cheek.
see, but that's the point. It's the experience. Like this is your favorite artist. Like why not?
Yeah, you
And
right.
I actually reposted that video on my page and it said on there like her smile was everything. Like she was so happy.
Right, right. And that's why I brought that question up because, when other people bring it to my attention, I mean, obviously I don't care what people say, but I'm still gonna question like, damn, is that disrespectful? You know what I mean? My wife's sitting right there, she watching me take all these pictures.
Actually, I was the one that recorded the video.
Right, right, right. Yeah, and I guess it's all perspective, right? I mean,
Right.
to each his own. If it's something
Mhm.
that you don't like, I'm sure you'd have spoke up about it, and I'm sure you'd have got
Right.
a response.
Every relationship is different. So,
Okay, okay. Yeah, so shout out to all the girls that's always showing love.
and what's funny about that is I don't think I told you that night, but I was over there fucking up some ceviche, so I'm just like in my zone, right? And you were like taking more
Shout out to
pictures.
Topo's kitchen too for that ceviche.
Yeah, it was fire. I had to go off to the side really quick and go
Yeah.
fuck it up. But you were taking more pictures and like I overheard one of the girls was like, "Oh my god, his wife's right there." Like for her to like be cool like if she was doing too much and she was like, "Nah, she's cool."
Like the girl was like, "Nah, she cool with it.
Yeah, so it's hella funny cuz
We
obviously
could we could kidnap her, man. Ain't nobody gonna say she ain't gonna say nothing."
I don't know about the kid now. Let's chill now. Let's chill.
Okay.
But
That's too much.
yeah, that's too much.
Okay, but I mean, I know you pretty well. If they would have been the ones that made the ceviche, like we're gonna leave the ceviche here, we're gonna take your husband. I think you'd be like, all right.
You think so?
I think so.
I don't know
That
about ceviche
that
though.
ceviche had mango in it and shit.
Ceviche was good. It may be a different meal. You might be able to leave me.
Okay, all right, all right.
I don't think ceviche is
Nah,
enough.
it's not to that quality yet.
Mm-mm.
Damn, I swear to God, if you say like if they bring me a burger, you could take them.
No, not a burger.
It gotta be something worth it. Say the
Yeah.
fucking meal, cause now I'm curious.
I don't know.
What kind of fucking meal they gotta leave so they could take me?
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. If it was some beans and the handmade flour tortillas, they might be able to just fucking take you.
Some fucking frijoles, bruh?
Yeah. If they were like anything like the ones I ate in Mexico, yeah.
Ain't no fucking way. That's it.
Sorry.
That's it, bruh. Just the frijoles and tortillas and shit. What about the coca?
I could do without that,
I don't know if I can.
but I'm not like a dark soda drinker already though.
Yeah, but when you're in Mexico, esa pinche coca de vidrio is the truth.
I know they do.
Like for real. Damn, that's all right. Fucking beans and tortillas. That's fucked up, low key, but all right. Real quick, just want to let you guys know that today's episode is also brought to you by Flor de mi Pueblo. Remember these?
Yes.
They've been fired. Straight out of Nicaragua, based out of San Francisco area as well. We got a good care package for the people over at Flor de mi Pueblo, and these are fire. I'm talking about, she don't even smoke leaves, and I've been having her on them.
Yeah, I like papers, but I fuck with these.
They've been coming in clutch. None of that extra flavor. You tasting the flower, especially for the ones that smoking the good exotic stuff. Tune in. We'll make sure to include the Instagram, the website, or wherever you can buy these at. So cop some. Let them know that the Saying What You Want podcast sent you. And once again, this is Flor de mi Pueblo. And we also got some cigars too. They sent us the Victory cigar that we're going to smoke at the end of this podcast. So y'all go tune into the website, check out all their products. But like I said, this is straight out of Nicaragua, the good shit, man. So once again, shout out to Flor de mi Pueblo. Let's go. But yeah, man, shout out to the ladies and everybody for supporting. And I just thought I'd bring that up because I'm always, obviously this is saying what you want. I'm gonna ask what other people asking.
Mm-hmm.
Is it disrespectful? Or they weren't even asking. They were telling me, man, that's disrespectful as fuck. Ain't you married?
Yeah,
You know what I
no,
mean?
that wasn't disrespectful.
I mean, at the end of the day, these are the people that literally have gotten us where we at. You know what I mean? Like, stop being so insecure.
Right.
I mean, you got some insecure ways.
I do.
We kind of went viral off that Domino's pizza video.
Well, because I didn't know about the thick ass crust thing they had going on.
Hey.
It just seemed like it was late. I'm like, Domino's, really? What you doing?
TikTok been going nuts, bro.
I love TikTok. They know how to like have a laugh.
Different. It's different. It's definitely different. It's a different crowd too, so you got to be very.
Yeah.
You gotta be very careful. Very.
I fuck with
specific.
TikTok though.
Yeah, it definitely got some shit to it. Now, obviously, going back to a couple of things that people have reached out to us. We posted a poll. Obviously, we're always trying to incorporate like, what conversations the people want us to touch on, and things like that. And I had somebody reach out. It was more like a guy to guy thing, but I thought it'd be good to touch on. I had somebody reach out. Honestly asking for opinion. Advice. Whatever you may call it. I guess he in a situation right now where, he's struggling to bring money home, and instead of getting encouragement, from his wife, like everything gonna be all right, we're gonna get through this. It creates an argument, and actually, I read somewhere, a while back, like in an article or something, that it seems like finances is one of the main reasons that a lot of couples argue out there.
Probably the stress.
I feel like it doesn't really happen here internally for us. Not to say that I necessarily haven't experienced that before, but I think as a guy, I just gotta be real. To all the women out there, like that's the worst thing that you can do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like how do you feel about that? Like being the mom of a household, obviously if somebody not bringing nothing in and the bills gotta get paid, like the queen of the house, I mean, you gonna say something, right? But
right. I can see, as far as like the arguing, I can see an argument if you like just see this person like not doing anything, or you could tell like the effort is just not being put in versus somebody like they are putting in the effort, they're trying really hard, it's just not like they're not catching a fucking break right now. You know what I mean? I could see why there would be an argument with the other one, but yeah, when somebody's trying now, I think instead of an argument, now it's a conversation. Like, if I'm a stay-at-home wife, do I need to go work for a little bit? Like, do I gotta go do something, or how can I help you? You know what I mean?
yeah, I feel that. Like now, sorry, I was like in this train of thought while you were talking, because I was thinking about like the scenario. I'm also thinking about the scenario like, what if this is not a stay at home mom? What if like she's holding her weight too,
Mhm.
and she knows how hard it is out there, so she doing what she can and she making it work.
Right.
But on the other hand, her partner not really following through. I just think like as a guy, I gotta tell the woman out there, and vice versa. I mean, shit. Maybe if the woman is the main breadwinner,
Mhm.
I'm sure there's couples out there somewhere where the roles are reversed. But I think that the worst thing you can do is create a household that is now another battlefield. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because I mean, that's just crazy.
Well, and it's not going to help anything. You guys are just going to clash and it's just going to create you're already stressing off the finances. Now you're stressing off of like we're not meeting eye to eye. So now we're stressing off the relationship. So it's like
Right, right. Nah, for sure. And like I said, my advice would just be, not turning into arguments. Sometimes as men, we just need the moral support. We just need the backbone. I mean, I feel like every guy is different. The way that I get down, I feel like I'm capable of, moving the world for my family.
mhm.
And in the case if I ever get to struggling a bit, I'm not necessarily looking for a helping hand. I may not necessarily need, it's like going to the gym. When you got somebody in the gym with you, somebody who gonna spot you, somebody who's your gym partner, you
Mhm.
know what I mean? You can hold your own weight. I could bench press by myself, but if I got somebody there who's genuinely, not gonna necessarily pull the bar up for me, but like, yo, come on, bro, you got one more. Like you
Right.
got this, you got this. Just that cheering on, that moral support, I feel like go a long way. Like if a woman can do that for her man, and y'all could do that for each other, regardless. I think that'll go a long way because sometimes people gonna be like, I ain't doing enough,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm not gonna sit here and protect all the bums and shit. You know what I mean? I'm
Right.
not standing up for the bums. You got to be out there doing something. But what I'm saying is that even if somebody ain't making ends meet and they're not really getting what they supposed to be getting, I mean, just that little like, we appreciate you for what you have done, can go a long ass fucking way. Like I'm gonna keep it real, that's just to everybody out there who got a partner. Cause I read that before. Like he got to fight all them battles out there,
Right.
and you gonna make home another battlefield. Like you know what I mean? This got to at least be the place where you ain't fighting nobody, where you're receiving all your love.
Right.
You know what I mean? Cause we just went through Men's Mental Health Awareness Month about 2 months ago, a month ago. But I also think that it's important to everybody, all humans. Mental health is fucking real. You know what I
It
mean?
is. It really is.
And that shit's just crazy. So, back to this follower, just to give you my advice, man, I would just uh, show your girl this podcast first and
Yeah.
foremost. Tell her to tune in to the Saying What You Want.
Don't even
Uh,
say nothing. Just sit her down. We gonna watch this
we
podcast
just gonna
together.
watch this podcast together. Sometimes that's what you gotta do. It shouldn't be an argument. And then I'm also gonna say this because this is saying what you want. If somebody just continues to be that way, somebody might not be for you.
Facts.
You know what I mean? I'm not even gonna sit here and act like everything's happily ever after. If
Mhm.
you got somebody who just can't be there and can't be happy, even under pressure, you know, I need somebody who gonna hold it together under pressure.
Right.
King and queen shit. Obviously king, the head of everything. He faced the biggest battles. But the queen always got his back. You know what I mean? And that's just always what it is. And together they gonna run a kingdom. But you can't be up here tearing down your king. You know what
Right.
I mean? That's what's crazy. And vice versa. It's not just a one way street. Same thing. She might be at home mom taking care of kids, household. You gotta celebrate each other, man. You know what I
Right.
mean? One way or another, you gotta celebrate each other. That's just what it is. I don't feel like it happens here between us because I also feel like, um, I'm kind of at a point, in our relationship with each other. I feel like we're both at a point where, we kind of just are in sync. And if this is what we doing, this is what we doing. And I'm grateful for you being able to allow me to lead. Because as a man, I'm gonna lead regardless.
Right.
But as a woman, ain't nobody gonna force you to follow. And
Right.
I feel like as a woman,
I think a woman submits when or follows a man's lead when he's proven that he can lead. And you have proven that numerous times over and over again. I feel comfortable for you to lead.
now how do you feel like you get to that point, right? What if I like maybe I've led you wrong before? You know what I mean? Like, how do you know when to stop letting somebody lead, or if they're somebody that you'd be willing to follow suit?
I think it's actions. You don't know at first. You're gonna wait. You're gonna let them lead a little bit and see how it turns out if they are capable of leading.
Mm.
You can't just know like right off the bat, okay, this man could lead. Maybe you do, maybe you don't, but I'm a think for the most part,
And just
you
curious,
don't fucking know.
just curious to how a woman thinks though. Like, what in your head, like, what is leading? Like what's a good lead? I mean, I'm sure all women gonna have a different definition of what they want to follow. Like
Right.
so, like a man might lead you to a super successful life. You know what I mean? And you might be living a dream. While the next man might might lead you to true happiness, humble, everything. Like I'm sure every woman got her definition of
Damn, I
right.
guess lead.
Right? Am I
Like,
tripping or am I
no,
loaded
you're
right
not.
now?
No, you're not tripping. And I guess I've never really thought about that. So I'm kind of sitting on this question a little bit. Like,
Think about it right
what do
quick.
I think about when I'm thinking of a man leading? And I kind of just go back to, I guess, like, I go, like, the first thing that popped in my head was my Nana and my Pawpaw. I think of their household and how my pawpaw runs the household, and then the next thing I think of my dad. So I guess to me, what I'm thinking of when I think of a man leading is like leading the home, being the man of the house. Um, I guess for our situation, just like the family, how you're leading the family, how you're raising the boys. How I don't know, like just like
Okay, that makes sense.
is it making sense
I
or
mean, yeah, it makes sense. It's coming together. Like I said, I'm
I know
lit.
it's scrambled right now, but it's because
I'm
it was on
lit.
the spot. I never really like sat there and thought about what does my man leading look like for me or what does that mean for me?
But I think when you said like where you taking us, how you raising our kids, I think that's a big way. I mean, dang, and then that just puts me in a spot to where it's like you gotta have the correct person beside you.
Mhm.
Your queen got to be on point too, though. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, if you take a step back, happy wife, happy life. Everybody, that's the
Yeah.
famous quote, right? But then you also have obviously the part where you got to make them tough decisions. You know what I mean? As a husband, I might fucking love you and shit, but I might do something that makes you mad. That's for the family as a whole.
Right.
Some things that we don't agree with. And some because I feel like when you allowing somebody to lead, it shouldn't just be like, you know, let's hop on a boat. We're on a boat together.
Mhm.
You either gonna take us to an island, and then it might be an easy shot, or we might go through some struggles together, and this boat might be rolling towards the edge, and you might have me starting to question you, like, are
Right.
we like you gonna kill us, or like you know what I mean? I feel like you gotta just you just gotta trust each other. I'm starting to be
And
so,
that's big. The trust is big because just like you said, we might not agree on something, but I trust you enough that even if I don't agree, I'm going to still go with what you said,
right, right,
which
yeah,
also comes back to like, you've never led us wrong.
yeah. I mean, hey, sometimes if I'm being honest, I feel like we should have been there by now. You know what I mean? I can be very impatient. You know what I mean? Like impatient.
Impatient.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
impatient.
impatient.
I'll be lit. Like I said, I could be very impatient for real, and I feel like sometimes I get to like, as a man, just naturally get to like really beating myself up in the sense of like we should have been there by now. Not in the sense like I know we gonna get there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, because I'm that confident in, what I'm putting into this universe and what's giving me back. But
But what I will say, you've been laying down bricks though.
yeah,
And what I mean by that is they are stable. You know what I mean? They're bricks. They're not going nowhere. They're not just something. I don't know why I'm thinking of like the Three Little Pigs. You didn't
right,
make.
right,
You're not
right.
making this out of sticks, or you know what I mean. Like these are bricks that like they're gonna stay. You didn't like cheat the code. You didn't try to, go through any like loops. Like we're all on our own time. Even though I know you feel that way, but
Right, right, right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. I know it's a marathon at the end of the day. It's just sometimes I'm just like, God, fucking shit. I'm just like, man, we should have been there by now. But it's part of the process. Our kids are growing up. Everything's getting good. We got a kid in high school now. Kid in middle school. We got three in elementary school still. We got some ways to go.
right.
Definitely got some ways to go. We're learning. Well, I mean, I
And
feel
we're
like
still young. We're still young.
right, right. I feel like I'm low key like our kids really been like teaching me a lot of stuff too as a parent, as a person. I feel like there's moments where like I catch myself really, mirroring the way that I was raised, and like even though some of it is respected, some of it is good parenting. I feel like our kids is giving us that like, they're giving us that fucking uh um you know, a taste of our own medicine. How we used to do
Okay.
it,
Yep.
how we used to do our parents,
Yep.
and our parents wouldn't listen. I've caught myself doing that. You know what I mean? And it's crazy because they're our kids are super truthful. They're super blunt.
Yep.
And I think that our way of parenting has become a little different in the sense of like when I was young, even if I try to prove my point or even like explain myself, it was disrespectful.
Yeah, I was raised like that too. Like I wasn't allowed to say shit.
you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Um,
Like I'm automatically right, you're wrong.
right. And I think that I've caught myself, you know, a few times being that way where I had to double back and, really realize like, damn, you know, I can't. This is where you break the generational curses,
Right.
and it's more than just finances.
Mhm.
It's more than just like what you bring to the household. Are you gonna be working check by check, check to check, like your parents used to, or are you gonna actually, make a better way for your children? I've also realized over time that it is more than just finances.
Definitely, especially with raising kids is like everybody's parenting is different. I would say me growing up, everybody was pushing for the medical field, the medical field, the medical field because
Right.
that's just what's right. I want my kids to be happy. I want them to be happy with whatever they choose. I want them to be happy with their life. Um, Even if they were happy working, I mean, I don't know, maybe they just want a simple life. Maybe they want to work at McDonald's because they love McDonald's so much, or maybe they love McDonald's so much they want to go up the chain and corporate or something. But I just want my kids to be happy. That's my biggest thing. And I feel like when my parents pushed me to go into a certain field, I did. And I did like my prereqs. A lot of people probably don't know that. I did. I think they wanted me to do like an x ray technician. And I don't
Damn, that's crazy.
I don't like
Imagine
I don't like the medical
Grey's
field.
Anatomy.
Yeah, and I mean I was in the class. They had the cadavers in the back that you work on, which are like they're like dead bodies
Yeah.
basically.
Damn.
But I didn't want to do that. Then, I'm like, okay, well let me go into business. I
But
like
but
business.
hold on real quick. You're saying that this is something that like your family was pushing for, huh?
Right.
Which typically happens in a lot of Hispanic households. Because you're talking about your Hispanic household. It's
Right.
like this, right? Let's clarify, because you obviously got mom's side, dad's side. Your Hispanic house side of the family is the ones that had those expectations. Because I feel like same thing over here. you get your family like what they look like as successful, right?
Right.
Obviously, when I started doing this music shit, my mom would have loved me, in the medical field too. You know what I mean? She would have loved, to see me in, lawyer, regular
Yeah.
careers that they're used to, which are great. And then when I started doing the music, yeah, it was also like, oh, this ain't really no real job. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was making me happy. That's kind of so. Yeah, I definitely feel you on that. Like just wanting them to be happy, true to themselves. But I also feel like we still got to be strict until you get to that point, until you graduate high school.
Right.
That's the best thing that I could do for you. I think I even had a conversation earlier, recently with my mom about that. I think my mom was like, this is saying what you want, so I'm gonna just say it. My mom was basically like trying to advise me like to kind of ease up on the kids, when it comes to like the educational things. Like, I think it was a comment about like me checking homework, and my
Mhm.
mom ended up saying something like, I don't check, I never checked y'all homework. And then I thought to myself, was like, I fucking failed. I fucking failed every class. Like, you know what I mean?
Aw.
And which, oh, by the way, just a crazy thought, I'm going back to school to finally get my high school diploma after all these years.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, so that's kind of like a crazy moment. I'm not necessarily ready for it. I took the independent study route, obviously.
Yeah.
You're not gonna catch me in the classroom. I got a lot of things going on, but I went the independent study route, trying to get the high school diploma, trying to, correct a lot of things that I feel like, it wasn't done for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And while I'm having this conversation with my mom, I'm also realizing like why I really want to be different in terms of parenting, because I'm like, moms, you didn't check our homework, but we was flunking. We was
Right.
failing. I failed. I ain't graduate high school. I was F's and D's, and I thought I was the coolest kid out. So now that it's our kids, some people might not get down like that. I get down like that. You know what I mean? If I know y'all at school, I'm at home, we're all talking, having conversations of each other's days. I'm gonna ask you like, "What's up with your homework? You did your homework? Let me
Right.
see. Let me, And it's not because sometimes they don't do it, which we've caught plenty of them not doing it. You know what I mean? Or
Right.
they'll just feeling some dumb shit. And all our kids is super smart, bruh. You know what I mean? Like I said, the ones who are in that those type of schools where you do earn those academics, like they're honor roll.
Mhm.
So when I see them like just typing any dumb stuff in there, I'm like, hell no, you're not
Like,
gonna.
nah, like you're better than that. Come on.
Yeah, you're not gonna play yourself like that. I
Right.
won't. I won't let you. You know what I mean? And then there's other times where they genuinely probably didn't understand it, and the answer's wrong. So we'll go over it together. We'll kind of strategize, not just things like math, but like let's say English.
Right.
Summary, essay. We'll kind of just like, is that catchy? Does that grab each other's attention? We'll kind of like go over it together. And I didn't have that. You know what I mean? And I mean, I don't think none of my siblings did either. And
Right.
I don't necessarily blame my mom. You know what I mean? I'm not that kid that's like, man, you could have did better. Obviously, my mom, did the hard part. She did the hard part of coming from another country to, create a better life.
Right.
And she's literally only utilized the tools that were given to her. You know what I mean? And during those times, my mom was hella fucking busy, working multiple jobs. So even if she wanted to, she really couldn't give me the time. She was focused, single mom, putting a roof over our heads. But that's cool because, that made me who I am today. And then my situation is not that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I didn't come from another country. I was fortunate enough to, start here. I was fortunate enough to be raised by a single mom like my mom, and she created the tools for us to where now we have a family. Now I have a family, and they ain't got to be the same. You know what I
Right.
mean? Which I don't think that she realizes that. You know what I mean? So it's all like a whole teaching moment. You know what I mean? Our kids are teaching us something. We get to teach our parents something for the ones that are down to listen.
Mhm.
And I feel like that's kind of where the whole generational curse kind of starts to fade away.
Right.
Hopefully our kids take the next lead and really, really take it there. Because I feel like We're fucking cool parents.
We're pretty cool.
You know what I mean?
I think we're pretty
Although
cool.
our kids do not like
They swear we're not cool, and I'm like, dude, I am fucking awesome.
we're fucking lit.
Yes.
They got us fucked up. And that's only the older kids too that do us like that. The younger kids, they be like, I could pop up at our youngest son's school, and they'll be like, "What up, Dad?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like our older kids be like, "What are you doing here?"
Yeah, I'm like, dang.
I'm here to pick you up. Like I'm here to pick you up.
Right? I'm just trying to be a good parent.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, we're cool. Our kids is crazy, man. They're definitely getting big on us. A lot of things been happening lately. You know, we got into this whole discussion. What's up with the girls, man? Followers, I need your help. Like, I just want to put that out there. I need their help. This whole like daughter thing, you know.
What kind of help? Is it with the makeup?
I need advice. I need advice. Obviously,
Shit,
like
I
I said,
need advice too with a teenage girl because we bumping heads.
we know what it's like, man. But you know, I always remember how I was raised, and like I said, I don't agree with everything, but one thing that I agree is like I see the difference when you're like super cool with your kids to the point where they don't even take you serious.
Yeah.
And then I see it too where you gotta be cool, but you also gotta lay down the like, come on, like I'm still your parent, bro. Chill out.
Gotta find that balance.
So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Um, Let me see. And it seems like, hold on one second. We're gonna go into a media break and double back. Yo, real quick, just want to let you guys know that today's episode is sponsored by Distro California and Zodix. DistroCalifornia.com, man, is the website that you need to be at if you are out of state or anywhere in the country and you've been trying to try some of this California soil. They are legally shipping nationwide. So make sure you tap in, let them know the Saying What You Want podcast sent you. And then also, shout out to our people at Zodix. I'm lit right now. I know you lit right now.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I've been having her off that blue guava, but today we had to hop on some of the OG diesel, as you see here in the back. Shout out to my people at Zodix, Chris, Ken, for the dope care package. They got us fully stacked up from rolling trays to clothing to lighters to some of these dope ass strains that you see in the back here. So shout out to my people once again, Distro California, Zodix. Let them know that the Saying What You Want podcast sent you. If you follow through, go over there, cop yourself a little something, little care package. Treat yourself, don't cheat yourself. You know what I mean? Let's go. All right, we're back, y'all. We had to take a quick media break right quick. You know us when we filming at home. Sometimes we run into technical difficulties. This one specifically, we had to charge our camera, so we decided to make some sopes.
Be some big backs.
We were literally busting down some sopes while we were waiting for the camera to recharge, y'all. It's like 11 p.m.
I know, I'm so tired and we gotta wake up early.
You don't ever wake up early.
I wake up early.
Like 8? Like 8?
Now that the kids are in school, I mean, I'm having to get out of bed earlier.
I know. I'm kind of glad that I have to force myself to discipline myself. I like that. Sometimes I like it. You know what I mean? We were talking about self-discipline earlier today. I even posted on my Instagram talking about self-discipline being the key to everything.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that?
Oh, I'm so bad with self-discipline. I struggle. Especially with like, I know I need to wake up early to get everything that I need to do to get done. But when it's time to wake up, I'm just like, I just feel like I'm so tired.
Mm.
And it's that discipline I'm lacking that's like, no, bitch, get the fuck up, you know?
Damn. Hey, nah, I feel you though. Sometimes you got to, man. You gotta just. It's hard, like you said. It's hard. We're only human. You know, we'll do something for a week or two and then slowly fade away. I don't know how some people do it. I just don't. But you know, it's very important. We were looking at that post earlier where it talks about like, you know, you're like a employee, you're a wife or husband,
Mm-hmm.
you're a mother, dad, you know, brother, sister, whatever. And at the end of all those things, you know, there's barely enough person left to be yourself. How do you deal with things like that?
Dude, I don't know. Because when I saw that video, I wanted to cry my damn self. Because it's true. You're busy like trying to be a good wife, trying to be a good mom, trying to be a good sister, a good family member, a good daughter. And it's like, what about yourself? Who are you to yourself? And it's like, damn,
Who are you to yourself?
I don't know. I really can't answer that right now. I really don't know. Who who am I to myself?
Like, who are you? You know what I mean? I feel like you're slowly kind of getting there, right? The mrs.traphours changing to the Monique Meraz,
Mhm.
kind of embracing you as a person. Not necessarily just the
Okay.
first lady, not
Right.
necessarily just a wife, a mom, but you. You know what I mean? The things that make you happy, the things that make you you. You know what I mean? And I mean, fuck. Look at our age, and we still ain't found that answer.
I know. I feel like I'm getting closer, but I definitely don't feel like I'm there yet.
And does it do anything to you, like on an everyday mentally?
I guess on an everyday mentally, like I feel like I learn more things about myself every day, especially when I'm being truthful with myself and what I'm actually interested in and what I actually want to do. So it's been fun, I could say at the same time. Like sometimes I'll work on things like, dang, I'm really good at that. Like, huh, who would have knew? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like just little things like that, or even down to like, I got my business degree just for me to go back to art, which was my first love, but it got shot down early. Like, you are not going to get anywhere in life with art.
And who shot that down? A family member, teacher?
Family member.
Mm.
My art teacher was dope. My art teacher always told me, like, you have some real potential. Because I like art, like, in everything, like clay, even like, and you could tell just by my side hobbies that I was doing, like, I can sew. It's a form
And
of
why do you
art.
think that like one family member really shut it down for you? Well, like, why do you think you allowed that to be shot down because of what somebody said?
I feel like because during that time she had such a big influence, it's like if you did not make her happy, it's like you felt like, I don't know, like you were damn near worthless.
Mm.
like like that,
Mm.
it was just I don't
I mean, I'm sure it happens to a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like somebody you just look up to,
yeah.
a sister, a mother, a grandma, an aunt. You know, somebody who's raising you, a teacher. Some people you just respect so much that you wanna, really make them happy in terms of what their definition of being a successful person is.
Right.
Which kind of now explains why to your kids, coming from your perspective, like you said earlier, like my kids, I want them to just be happy. Okay, that makes sense. And I only asked that because when I was younger, I don't give a fuck what nobody said. You know what I mean? I don't care if you thought I didn't know how to rap or I don't care what it was. I was rocking. Obviously, we have two different personalities,
mhm.
Gemini, Virgo. Obviously, we're two different people. You know what I mean? So I was just genuinely curious about like why just have one person's opinion matter that much? Because I'm like that. Like my siblings, my mother. You know,
I feel like it was what I was seeing. Everybody in the household wanted to make this woman happy. Like that's just what it was. It wasn't just me, it was everybody. So it's like you just kind of follow suit. Like, okay, if she's not fucking happy, nobody's happy, or you feel like you just weren't good enough.
that sounds like one of them movies where they got like an old school grandmother and everybody just want to make them happy until some black sheep comes along and paints a different picture. And like I was saying earlier, I mean sometimes parents learn from their kids.
Yeah.
A kid might keep it so blunt that you might really change your parents' perspective. And I think that there's some parents that are just too far gone. There's no way of changing their ways. You know what I mean? So So I'm glad that you're back on the art thing though, doing your stuff. Um, I like that. I like that.
It can get frustrating sometimes, I will say though, cuz I feel like fuck, dude, I'm behind. Like if I would have stuck with my art classes cuz I'm like YouTube University. If I don't know something, I'll go look it up on YouTube to like figure it out. So some things are frustrating even down to like some of my sketches. I'm like, god damn it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I'm
But
getting
there's
there.
no time on those type of things though. You know what I mean? I feel like there's people working miserable jobs to their 60s and they finally live their life. You know, like we said earlier, ain't nobody in a race. It's a marathon.
Right.
You know, everything at your own pace. You know, you might not really get your true self, your true version of yourself to your 40s.
I feel like
You know what
that's
I
what
mean?
it is because I feel like my 20s I lived a lie. My 30s I'm like, okay, I'm more true to myself.
Which don't beat yourself up too bad. You know, I feel like everybody in their 20s live a lie, right? Everybody in their 20s want to impress other people. Everybody in their 20s want to make it look like they got their shit together after high school.
Mhm.
They want to feel like they got it. You know what I mean? They want to feel like they're doing good, like they're living this life. You know what I mean? Social media got everybody in a chokehold. You know what I
Definitely.
mean? But it isn't until you get older that you start realizing what really makes you happy and or what really makes you depressed. You might be miserable for real.
Right.
And you know, we're all probably fucking peeping your stories on Instagram or enjoying all your content like, damn, this person going crazy and the whole time, you know, you might just to give an example, you know, you might be posting all these lavish things, which I can, add to that because I was going through something similar where I was early on in this music game. Everything was changing for me. I was seeing things I'd never seen before. I was traveling, a lot of fans. Numbers were increasing. Everything was going great. You know what I mean? So the typical person would have thought, like, man, gas is going crazy.
Right.
And at the time, I had a very rough relationship with my kids, So to me, I wasn't genuinely happy. But everybody's like, and now everybody sees me like, Gas, where the fuck you be at? Where you been at, man? You gotta step out. You gotta drop new music. You gotta do all of that. And I'm like, the music part, like I get it. We definitely in the verge of dropping hella music, which we've already been dropping. But on the other point, I'm like, man, I'm with my kids. I'm having a blast.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's just everybody go through it in their 20s. I'm still in my 20s though. I don't know what the 30s feel like. I ain't there just yet. So I
They're
really,
feeling better. I will say they feel a lot fucking better than the 20s.
damn. I mean, it's tough, man. It's tough, and we're just our country's all fucking all over the place. You know what I mean? Not to get into politics because we're not really too good at it, but yeah, the economy's fucked up. So
Fuck.
everybody, even in their 30s right now, I see is grinding. Side hustles is coming out. Which is crazy. It's fucked up to see. The country struggling in such a manner, but it's also dope to see like how people are surviving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like people pulling out. There's people I know with degrees pulling out food trucks. At home food.
Yeah, because it's not enough.
Like it's just damn.
Damn
Yeah.
near need to start selling some feet pics.
Your big ass thumb toe.
Hell yeah, somebody gonna like that big ass thumb toe. And they gonna pay to see it too.
Yeah. Shit, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. That is definitely where we at.
Probably get some money with your feet.
That somebody even messaged me about that. Talk about
See?
Mrs. Traphours trying to pimp you out for these baby gas experiences.
Come get your experience.
Don't be trying to pimp me out. That shit ain't gonna happen. That shit crazy. Nah. I mean, that would be kind of crazy though. We did that. Hey, random question. I just thought about it. I seen a post earlier before we got on this podcast. Uh, what would I mean? Obviously, this is just like a funny question. Uh, Cheating. Your
Okay.
feelings is hurt more if he cheats with somebody uglier than you or somebody prettier than you. What hurts more?
I would say the ugly.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I was reading the comment section. That shit had me dying. Why do you feel like the ugly?
I, I don't know. I guess because the ugly is kind of like, damn. Like, what? Like, what's going on here, sir? Like,
Probably gave that
you
hot
doing?
tour.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could think of.
Cause I always see the post like the TikToks that be like me versus who he cheated with, and they'll be like some busted ass girl. So if it was a fine ass girl that you even knew was fine, I mean,
I mean, it's still not okay,
nah,
but
I know.
yeah,
I'm talking about like
it'll be like damn. Well,
like fuck, I gotta cheat too.
I'm gonna have to go cheat with her too. Got to make this even.
Damn. So is it kind of like I respect it?
Nah, I don't respect it.
Nah.
She might be bad. But I don't respect that shit. Oh no.
It all sounds like I'm trying to get in.
Yeah, so don't do it.
Nah, I don't give a fuck. If I do something, I don't do it.
You won't be on this podcast no more.
Yeah, you won't be around.
You won't be around.
Hey, say what you want. Podcast cups, man. They're coming.
What you got in your cup?
I got water. You know, going back to trying to be self-disciplined. You know, I actually been back.
We just had a cup of soda and we were eating the fucking sopes.
Huh?
What you talking about?
I didn't have no soda.
Yes, you did. You poured one for me and one for you.
Nah.
Stop the
That
cap.
was water. That was water for me.
No.
And it was Starry for you.
It was not water, you guys. He's trying to wash down the Starry with the water and he's saying,
All right.
cups.
Y'all got me, y'all. Y'all got me. But you're a fucking snitch. First of all, you're a fucking snitch. Snitches get stitches.
Come give me stitches then.
Nah, yeah. I ain't even gonna say nothing. I ain't even gonna say nothing.
Why? What were you going to say? What were you going to say?
Nothing. Nothing. Just
You were going to say something mean, huh?
just leave it alone. All right? But that's fucked up that you gonna sit here and try to put me on blast about this soda when you encourage that soda.
For myself. I didn't say for you to drink the soda.
See, well, this goes back to the having
It was a little baby cup
this goes
anyway.
back to having a real queen at your side. You know what I mean? And being able to lead, but then you have queens like this that want to lead you in the wrong direction. You know what I mean?
I did not tell you to drink no soda. I said, can you
But
get
you know I'm
me
struggling.
some soda?
So why didn't you come on there like
You were not struggling.
we're gonna do
You've
water
been doing
together,
just
baby?
fine with the water.
Nah.
You were not struggling.
Yeah,
Stop
because
it.
you haven't been wanting no soda.
You
Then
can make your own decisions.
Nah, that's fucked up. I know I can make my own decisions, but as my queen,
Okay, so
though,
that ain't got nothing
as
to do
my
with
queen,
me.
where you at?
What do you mean, where you at?
Where you at? Why you ain't been like, hey, babe, don't do the soda? That's for me. Let me do the soda. Don't
Because you
do the
barely
soda.
drink soda. I'm like, okay, maybe he's just treating himself right now. He don't drink soda like that.
Nah, see? Talking about the doctors. Ugh.
Don't
Look,
say that.
Going crazy.
Don't say that.
See? It's all serious now, huh?
Drink some more of your water.
You think this gonna save me?
I hope so.
Hey. But back to what we were saying though, we actually got these for sale. These Saying What You Want podcast mugs. Send us a DM on Instagram. We would love to get one to you, man. That way you can watch our podcast.
And drink with us.
Yeah, while sipping out your little mug and shit. You know what I mean? You guys will see the products behind us. Obviously, you've probably heard about them on the media breaks that you might have seen throughout the episode. If you have a product yourself, whether it's a product, some merch, you got a brand, and even the guest, if you got a story to tell, reach out to us on Instagram. We want to hear from everybody. We want to have people on our podcast that got crazy stories.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're not a podcast where, we strictly are only having guests who are popular or anything like that. It's always fun because we love to show you guys these popular people that you look up to and, bring a different side of them out. But we also want to hear from people that just got dope stories. You know, crazy stories, wild stories. You know what I mean? We might be the next Maury.
I'm telling you.
We just need a DNA test plug, and we'll have him right here. Who the daddy? But other than that, yeah, I mean, you know, we've been doing good. We're gonna be doing streams. We need everybody's help. You know, reaching 1,000 subscribers on Instagram. I mean, wait,
Ooh,
what?
Kick?
No, no.
YouTube?
YouTube.
YouTube.
1,000. We need 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. We need 75 followers on Kick. You know what I mean? And keep watching our episodes. Just that's all. That's all we ask. Just watch our episodes. You know, that's enough for us. We got a lot of content dropping. We've been doing a lot of shows. We got a show August 17th in San Jose. Real quick for everybody watching. August 17th in San Jose, we are doing a private show. It's called the Checking In series, man.
And we are offering the baby gas experience. Make sure you guys check that out.
She crazy. I don't know what prices she got on that, but for tickets to the show, you know, text 209-582-1653 for tickets. We are doing a direct to consumer. My team will take care of you guys. Just reach out to that number, text checking in once again to 209-582-1653 for your tickets. It is limited capacity, very private show. We'll be doing a live meet and greet. Obviously, that's why we're keeping it small. We want to be able to meet everybody individually. We'll be doing a live Q&A. You know, well,
Ooh, I didn't know that.
yeah. So I'll be doing a live Q&A. I thought I told you that, but people are going to be
Okay.
able to, you know, ask me questions. You know, maybe they had questions that they're curious about that they've never seen me answer on an interview or something. Maybe they want to know where my parents are from. You know what
Or
I mean?
maybe you guys wanted to know who else had the key to the studio. I mean, feel free to ask whatever you want, really.
Nobody go over there as your secret spy. But anyways, yeah, you know, we'll be doing a meet and greet, live Q&A, and a live performance. I'll be performing all my slow songs. You know, everything that I don't usually perform at these turned up shows, I'll be performing it, you know, live in San Jose at Sharky's Coffee. So once again, don't miss out on that. August 17th, it is a Saturday, and it is all ages. So I hope to see you guys there. Thank you guys for the support on that. And yeah, I mean, you know, other than that, you know, we just doing what we do.
Yeah.
You know, going crazy. So if you ain't got nothing else to say, I want to wrap this up. Get everybody ready for the next one.
Okay.
And y'all make sure y'all stay tuned for the stream. So once again, I'm Baby Gas,
And I'm Monique Meraz,
aka,
mrs.traphours.
and you are tuned in to the Saying What You Want podcast. Let's go. You listening to and watching Saying What You Want podcast.